Hello, this is Steve Malone with Compass FX. Hope you're doing well today and you're getting some good trades. Tonight we have the Australian interest rate announcement. The Reserve Bank of Australia is expected to cut their interest rate from 3.25% down to 3% at 10:30 Eastern this evening. We'll get the announcement. Now, many economists around the world expect the rate cut. So today we've had kind of the sell the rumor, buy the fact in play, as we've seen the Aussie dollar kind of ease back over the last few days, ease back down to about the 400 level, but yet playing off of that, not really making much of a move. What we're looking at right here is the daily chart of the Australian dollar, and I just want to point out some levels to be aware of in the event that the interest rate comes in as expected in a rate cut, or if it stays unchanged. How do you trade that? So if there is an interest rate cut, we've already seen some of the market move down today. We could see a break of about that 400 level. Now, if you'll notice that the 100-day, the 50-day, and the 200-day are mixed right now. We actually have the 50-day simple moving average inside of the 100 and the 200. Expectations are that if we do get that interest rate cut, most likely we'll see the market come down and attempt to break the 388 level. We'd be looking for a push down to 350, then a potential push down right to about the 300 level. From there, the next big level down is going to be based upon our dynamic resistance and support tool. We see dynamic support sitting down here at 101.47. So a break of the 300 level, we could see it come back down to this level. You can see this big range that the Aussie dollar's been in. Now, there's some other levels you want to point out. What are the previous highs, previous lows that the market could make a move to? Well, there's a high right about the 490 level, and we have another level sitting right down in this area about the 280 level. You notice how the market's been back and forth. It kind of went up somewhat, but back down, but it's made these new swing high, swing low, swing high, basically in a range scenario. My thinking is we'd have to get down here and really test this 280 mark if we're going to see it drop any lower. Now, what if the Reserve Bank of Australia comes out with no change? They leave it at 3.25%. Then what happens is you buy the fact. We see then possibly a bounce off the 400 level or where we're sitting at, and a test of the 488 level, and then a potential push back up to the dynamic resistance level sitting up here right around 620 level. So that would be the area I'd be looking for the market to potentially go up and test. You can go down and take a look at a 4-hour chart, and you can see that these levels that I just laid out are almost the exact same levels as the dynamic resistance and dynamic support levels. If you go down to the 1-hour chart, you can see that in the 1-hour chart, these levels are underneath where we've been at for the day. And you can see for the day, we've just been more or less range bound. Haven't made much move one way or the other. We're sitting right on the dynamic mean, right dead center on that, sitting about 420. So I would look for near term, if you're playing this intraday on the interest rate announcement, I would look for then a potential break of about 445 and then the push to 488. If we do get the interest rate cut, look for that break of about 390, 388, and then note each one of these levels down that the market may get to. Well, folks, this is Steve Malone with Compass FX. Just wanted to point out to you some levels to be aware of if the market sees a rate change from the Reserve Bank of Australia. Remember, when there's a rate change, we see a lot of movement in that particular currency pair. Even if there's not a rate change, we see potentially some movement there. So with this potential sell-off we've seen in the last 3 days on the Aussie dollar, this slight sell-off, if the rates stay unchanged at 3.25%, I do expect another push back up in the Aussie dollar, and we might see that also reflected in the euro dollar and in the pound dollar as all three risk-on asset classes of your currencies start moving to the upside. Well, folks, this is Steve Malone with Compass FX. Hope some of this information will help you out. Y'all make it a great day. Get some good trades. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.